to the middle, and Schaefer. Schaefer drops and drives. Sent out in front, Swayman the save. And the rebound batted out of midair by Lee. And back of the net. Oh, Zadorov just flattened one of the Islanders. And everybody's in close quarters. You got Peugeot wrestling around with Corrali. Zadorov, helmet off, still in the middle of the fray. Oh, I think that's Schaefer that he popped at the end boards. Now Anders Lee gets back up. He's being held back by Peak. Those two are barking away.
Is what got everybody's attention. It's a cross-check shove by Zadorov, and then he's going to finish on the kid. Matthew Schaefer takes a little liberty while Schaefer's down on his knees. And that's certainly going to get the attention of the Islanders. Now, I don't know if there was any penalties prior to what Zadorov did when Schaefer was on the ground. Right there.
Tough to tell. That's Justin Kia who was in the corner, and it was after that second shot that his arm went up. And I think Wes McCauley having a conversation with David Pastrnak, and hopefully we'll get an announcement.
You know, depending on the severity of the hit on Schaefer while he was on the ice, whether it's 2 minutes or worth more on that hit by Zadorov, we'll see if we can sort it out.
First skated it. And then a big body check by Barbashev as he took out Shane Wright. And the response comes from Donato as he wrestles him down to the ice.
Donato doing what veterans do in that situation. The youngster, the 18-year-old Shane Wright, getting drilled in the corner. Looked to me like it was a good hit by Barbashev, who led the Blues in hits last year. Barbashev had 160 hits, and let's see him come in here, leans into him, and finishes his check there. And right here, you can see that I thought that Shane Wright was stopping to maybe turn and change the direction, and as he was doing so, shoulder just exploding off the shoulder of Barbashev right there. And then right away, Donato comes in here and then takes exception to it. Strong move for your teammate, especially a young teammate and an up-and-comer such as Shane Wright.
18-year-old's the second youngest player in the NHL. Donato and Barbashev each get 2 minutes for roughly.
Nazar all by himself and then knocked to the ice by Pospisil, and we've got a tilt from Donato who jumps him. And coming in is Kadri. Oh boy, you had to be careful there. Pardon me, that was Bahal. Bahal came in on the Hawks, and Donato, after Donato jumped, Martin Pospisil.
Well, that's a fourth hit, and two of them really big by Pospisil in this afternoon tilt. And now he's going to be reaching for a bouncing puck, and you know, with Pospisil out there, he's going to hit. Oh, he knew it too. Pospisil knew that there's going to be a reaction from that one. After the hit, he just turns around. Now he's waiting for somebody to come in.
Sanheim has to chase back. He's going to take a hit from Brazeau. Bruins trying to get their hitting game going right here, but the puck flipped up in the air and out. Now a flyer is knocked down. Chance here. Now we're going to get a penalty on the Bruins. Delayed penalty
Maybe two penalties there. McAvoy's trying to get three.
Shots at Michkov, and now in comes Tippett to help him, and McAvoy feeds him a right uppercut, and now all heck's breaking loose by the glass. So McAvoy, I'm going to assume McAvoy didn't like the way that Michkov went down there. Maybe thought he went down easy. He went to address it. Soon as soon as McAvoy and Michkov got together, Tippett said, "You're not going to treat my 19, soon-to-be 20-year-old teammate that way," and away we went.
And this is what, when you're a coach and you're Torts on that side, this is what you love, that your team knows to defend him. You can see how upset McAvoy is there. He's heading to the penalty box. But penalty again. It was a penalty. He tripped Michkov, knocked him down, and then it potentially could turn into a 4-minute penalty here. We'll see how the referee decides to call this. But
Boston, number 73, double minor for roughing. Philadelphia, number 74, junior minor for roughing.
All right, so there are the calls. The double minor. Here it is again. See, just a little tap there.
oh, they didn't call the trip because they called 2 roughings.
Well, they call, yeah, you know, that's kind of funny, right? Because that was up. That arm was up.
So
I guess they forgot about the trip.
I don't know. There's a nice right by McAvoy there. Tippett, like you said,
he fed him the
rescue of his teammate, and you can see both teams recognizing an opportunity to get in there and mix it up a little bit. But big penalty kill here coming up for the Bruins.
So it is interesting, Tony. Great point by you, because there was a tripping penalty already called, and then it's a double minor for a rough, and then another roughing penalty to Tippett. So in the end, the Flyers do come away with a 2-minute power play.
Yeah, and I think Charlie's a little fortunate there that that they're not down for 4 minutes, because if you look at it,
could have gotten the trip plus the double minor.
It didn't go in. Stolarz didn't have a stick. Tkachuk did, and he was disrupted just enough to somehow keep that one from going in. Nice samurai swat there by Stolarz as he knocks it away, and another penalty coming up to the Ducks. And Benoit, or excuse me, it's Strome, took a penalty that he was obviously disappointed in, and Tkachuk came right over to make him answer for it, and the two tumble to the ice.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a mismatch there. The much bigger Tkachuk. Good for Ryan Strome for dropping those gloves quick and trying to get the first one in there. Tkachuk moments ago, I mean, Brady Tkachuk, this is where he makes his money, down low. It's off both skates. He traps it. He tries to slide it home. I think Stolarz and Benoit both got a piece of that.
Hit the side of the post at one point.
And there's the cross check by Strome that will cost him a couple of minutes. And then it was actually Ryan Strome that threw the first punch against the much bigger Brady Tkachuk.
I mentioned Brady Tkachuk, the penalty minute leader amongst other things for these Ottawa Senators, and he's no stranger to dropping the glove. Hanley trying to move it up, and the Stars will get it out. Here's Wyatt Johnston. Johnston one-on-one with Benoit, who takes him to the boards and down. And now he's tangled up with him, and everyone for Dallas is going to come to the aid of young Wyatt Johnston. And quick to get the gloves off is Benoit. He and Marchment are going.
Seems to be a thing these days in the NHL when any type of a big hit, even when it's a good hit, teams respond like this. You know, Wyatt Johnston's a 19-year-old, and so his teammates are going to stand up and protect him. That's a good hit by Simon Benoit.
Number 27, Dallas, minor penalty for instigator, 5 minutes for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct. Number 13, Anaheim, 5 minutes fighting.
So the instigator will go over to Mason Marchment, and that's a good call by the referee. Both players get 5 for fighting. Simon Benoit, he can throw him.
So Frederic Lacourier delivers the bad news to the crowd at American Airlines Center, and the Ducks go on the power play for the second time in this opening period that has only 26 seconds remaining.
Miller tapped it back, and it's cleared back in, and there's going to be a battle coming up here at center ice, as it was Aston Reese who was involved in the collision along the boards, and Colin Miller went straight after him as Cozens gets to his feet, a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, Dylan Cozens having a hard time getting over to the bench here after being hammered in front of the penalty box, and Colin Miller wasted no time coming in, bailing out his young forward. Watch this one. He goes in awkwardly. Here he's far away.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes in hard. And then he just stays there for a second. Colin Miller comes right over and addresses the situation. And he does a nice job because that's what you're supposed to do.
And Aston Reese knew he was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in a tough spot right there. When you're 5-6 feet away from the wall, you get hit like that, you can't brace yourself. And he just went flying into the wall. That's it right there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he hits his back, head, everything right off the wall. So let's just hope there's nothing comes out of that. The referees are definitely talking right now down there with Kyle Oposo.
But I didn't see a penalty being called, Razor, on the original check.
You're 100% right. The no arms came up here after this hit. They see the referee right in the view right there. The low one, not sure what the referee on the far side did, but Colin Miller coming in and doing a nice job there. They're getting pucks to the net here, giving them a chance, but they're paying a good price.
7 shots so far. Looking for another one here. That's going to drift just wide of the net. Oh, look out! Down to the corner. Kulich is hammered by Howden. Here comes the answer. Kulich is still down. Howden throwing him.
Yeah, Peyton Krebs, nice job there. Getting in defense of his partner who is down on the ice, and Kulich is still down.
Now you hope this young man is okay because he was absolutely level.
Yeah, I don't think there was a penalty on the initial play or anything, Dan. I looked at the referees quick before Krebs got in there. No arms up or anything, but they are having a little bit of a conversation here before they make this call. We'll take a look at it. As you see Krebs sitting in the box, Howden on the other side. Let's see here, he's coming up the wall. There is head contact, but do you say that he's low, he's just coming through? I don't know how to judge
Buffalo,
this one.
number 19, 2 minutes instigating, 5 minutes fighting, 10-minute misconduct. Vegas, number 21, 5 minutes for fighting.
Oh. Yeah, no penalty on the play. No penalty on the play, so the Sabres are going to come out of this one shorthanded. You just see where his head was, the level that he was coming at, because he's reaching for the puck and he's down low and he's turning in. Here he's got the puck out protecting it. It starts cutting across, and I don't know if it caught his head or not. It might have been shoulder to shoulder. We might be able to see it a little better right here. Yeah, it's kind of a shoulder, arm to shoulder there, and I don't know if there was any contact to the head. You know, people in the building are thinking of it right there, face first. Yeah, there is.
Well, he was certainly being funneled right into the hit there.
And there was good contact there. So,
I mean, Hanifin has him basically covered, and then Howden comes in and takes advantage of that. I'm not saying like it's illegal.
He was in a vulnerable position right there, and they're just following up that check. And